hello, this is your very first video after the 2-day workshop. How did you go? How is it going? Are you nervous for your first event? Don't be nervous. I'm gonna take you through a couple of emails from now on, and you're gonna get more and more values and more information on how to do it, what to bring to your events, and get you ready, you know, 100% ready for it. So let's start with what I suggest, which is always having your speaker kit. Let me grab it. Ta-da! Okay, so this is your speaker kit, right? So you want to make sure 100% that every time you run an event or you go and speak at an event, every time you have a little speaker kit, which is a little bag where you put all your valuables for speaking. All right, so number one thing will be, oops, boom boom. Right, boom boom is super important because it's your music, right? So this is a Bluetooth speaker that you'll be able to plug it into your computer, usually 2 devices. It costs around $178. And it's so good. It's Bluetooth, so you don't need even wireless to plug it in. It's called literally UE. There's different brands in Dick Smith, or where can you find them? Everywhere. So don't worry about what brand you get, just get any, because when you want to run events, you're gonna make sure 100% that there is no quiet. Right? You're gonna put some music on that break their eyes a little bit. All right. So this is number one. Your music. You have to have your music. Number two is always have an iPad with you. I bought this iPad when I didn't know what I was gonna do with it because I literally, you know, I wasn't using it yet, but it's actually super valuable. With this one, what I do, I downloaded an app called Press Time. Presentation time, and that's really important because every time I speak, I put my presentation timer on, so then I know that there is like 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left, 5 minutes left, anything like that. So it's super important to have your iPad on while you're doing a presentation, either when you speak, when your speakers speak, or when you speak at other people's event. Also, the iPad for me is good for when people come and do the check-in and they say that they booked and pay via Meetup. I just want to make sure that they did. So I use my iPad to go in and navigate and find the tickets. So while I have my iPhone with me, my assistant or my volunteers, my crew members will have the iPad at the check-in table, which we're gonna go through that in a minute. Okay, so then we got your little cash tin. I bought my cash tin not long ago, and actually I wish I did such earlier time, because it's full of valuable, you know. People want to pay, you don't have change, and then you go, oh, now what? So then it's a problem, you know. So you want to make sure that you have your cash tin, or the other option is to have either eWay or any other ways, PayPal, any other ways that people can buy online whatever they want to buy from you. So either if you have a book to sell, if you have the ticket to the next event, or the ticket to this event, right, everything like that. Remember that when you check in, you always want to have your general tickets at the event. So at the event, you want to charge a lot more than what you charge online, because you want to invite people to remember that they always have to book online if they want a bargain, because for you it's so much pain if everyone wants to pay cash or pay a card. The line is going to be forever, right? So you want to shorten the line up, so you want people to come in already paid and just get in. So you want always to go, like usually I sell tickets on Meetup for $15, and then on the night for 25 or 30. Sometimes even 35, depends. Just try to really tell them not to. The other thing that we have is internet. So either make sure that your iPhone is, the internet that you got on your iPhone is really big and you can connect your phone and your computer and your other iPad and everything, or just buy a little dongle device that you get some internet on, because you can't rely on venues internet. Sometimes it's really bad. All right, so next thing, I love it, I'm digging in every time. I'll be back. Let me find the other thing. The other thing is a battery pack. You 100% need to have a battery pack for your iPhone, right? So you plug in your iPhone cable in here, or your Samsung. If you have a Samsung, you probably should get to iPhone. I'm just kidding. So this is exactly what you want to do. Plug it in, make sure that everything is supercharged before you go to the events. but always have a battery pack with you. It's a portable one. You can find them on eBay for like, I don't know, $10, $15. I always have 2 or 3, and I always take them with me because you never want your phone to run out. Why? Because you're doing social media with it, right? Okay, always remember, heaps of photos in social media. All right, now we're going to the little bit more techie stuff, which is for your PowerPoint presentation. So you want to have your PowerPoint presentation ready, and you want to make sure that you take a little clicker with you, right? These ones as well, you can get them at Dick Smith, and you get your clicker, you plug it in into your computer, and this part, it will be the clicker that you just click and your presentation will move. This is really important, and I usually like to get the ones that got the little red dots so you can point things on your PowerPoint. All right, so the clicker is another thing. In this email, you can also download the checklist of everything I said. So download the checklist, you don't need to write it down. See how good is this? All right, next one is a little Belgian. I love it. I don't know if you can see it like that. Yep, perfect. So Belgian has got 2 USB on one side and 2 USB on the other side. You plug these into your computer, and then automatically you got 4 spots for your USB. Why? Well, sometimes you get the speaker, they come to you and give you a USB. So you put the USB here, you put your clicker USB in here, and you already have 2 spots. If you need anything else, you won't be able to plug it in. So this has saved so many nights for me that I was like, oh, I don't have space on my computer, how do I do this? So always have a little Belkin, I think it's called, not Belkin. All right, so then always have a USB just in case you need it, just an empty USB. The other thing that I will suggest 100% is to have a HDMI cable, a pretty long one as well. I think this is a meter or 2 meter. Because sometimes at the event, the venues, they tell you that they do, but then they don't have the projector and all that stuff. And then you want to make sure that you plug the television to your computer. You know, you just want to make sure that you have it. Now, if you have a if you have a Mac or an iPad, what I suggest is to buy these things from literally from the Apple, and then you can plug in directly from the television. You can plug this into your iPad and you can run the presentation. So if something happened to your computer, you always have millions different ways to have an iPad working and a presentation working. Yeah? So you're never going to be like, oh my God, it's not going to work. There is also I think I always forget how these ones are called. VGMI, something like that. This is a HDMI cable. This one's here, but this one I'm not 100% sure, but this is the plug that you want to make sure you buy, and they are the only ones that you need for the projectors. Okay, so this is what you need. If you're not sure, just email me. I'm sure I will find out the name by then. And then another one is for my computer, for my Mac, to a HDMI again. All right, so these ones are all the things that you need. I usually put them all into my little bag, and sometimes I take even things like that, just like another extra charger in case my battery pack dies. And I always suggest you to put names on your stuff, because every time you go to an event, then you goes, oh no, it doesn't work. The other things that you want to bring with you is blue tack. Oh my God, blue tack is so important. Just take a lot of it. Always have it with you. You want to put posters up, you want to have signs around the venue that says where you are so people can find you. And the other thing is a plug, a multi-plug where you can plug a power board. I just got a little suggestion from the behind the scene. So yeah, absolutely you want to have a power board with you. All right, okay, so this is all the things that you need to be an amazing speaker and to be an amazing host, because if you don't have these things can go wrong. Now, I want to tell you as well, when you go, especially the first time that you use a venue, you need to go a couple hours before. I know people say, really, I go half an hour before? All right, I go now half an hour before, but if I know the venue. If I don't know the venue, I still go a couple of hours before, because I want to make sure that everything is ready and perfect like I want it. So as soon as I get to a venue, the first thing I do is my computer plugged into a PowerPoint. If the television or the projector doesn't work, I go and call the venue manager and get it sorted. That's the first thing, because if I don't have my PowerPoint, I don't know if I can do the night, especially I don't know if the speaker can, right? So you want to make sure that that is the first thing that you're going to check. That's why I tell you, go 2 hours before. It's always better. Get your crew and volunteers to come along. This is really important for you to make sure 100% that you get crew at your event, but I will tell you in the next video on how to get crew to your events, okay? But when you do have the crew, make sure that you tell them to come early, so then you can set up the room like you like it. Make sure you have enough chairs and enough, not too many chairs, because then the place look empty. Make sure that you set up the chairs in theater style with the little corridor in the middle. Just make sure you got the two sides, yeah, so the middle is empty for people to come and sit at the front. And what's important as well, I print a little paper sign which says reserved, and I put them at the back of the last few rows, because I don't want people to sit there. I want people to sit at the front, because as a speaker, it's really lonely if you have gaps and you have people sitting in the back. It's really hard to get connection with them. So 100% what I do all the time, I reserve the last few rows, and then as people come in, I go, okay, I'm getting more people, so you can lift the reserve sign for them. What else do we need to talk about? Okay, so make sure you get 2 hours before, and make sure that when you book for a venue, you understand that they have everything you need. So do you need a television? Do you need a projector? Do you need a flip chart? If you do have a flip chart, just don't trust anyone. Bring your own pens, because a lot of the time you go to write and they don't work. So that's another thing that is in the speaker kit for me, is at least one good pen that you can write on flip charts and on whiteboards. I think this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any question, you know that me and my team, we're always available for you. So just shoot us an email, or what's best actually, put into the Meetup Mafia secret group, and just put your questions in there, and then once a week or twice a month, depends on how many questions you guys have for me, I will do a video and I will reply to all the questions. All right, so stay tuned, have a lot of fun, just go for it, promote. Remember, that's the most important thing. Get yourself out there and get ready, go and buy all the stuff that you need. Look forward to see you then. Bye.